I heard that everywhere. Hey, folks, Mr. McStache. And I am on Mama's Strike with
Mrs. McStache.
Mrs. McStache. So, quick backstory on the trike. So what, right? Yeah, well, we're supposed to be on a trip a long ways away from here on Ultra Classy, not Mama's Trike. But we headed out. One thing happened, two things happened, three things happened. Bad things on the side of the road type things. And we decided, you know what? We probably are not supposed to be doing this.
Oh, you didn't know?
We ended up on our second tow truck. Another clue we shouldn't have been doing it.
Yes.
Second tow truck and back to the home. And what time did we get home last night?
About 1:45. Actually, this morning, 1:45.
And our day started that day when?
4:30 a.m.
Yeah. So it was a long ride. So even if it was just that long a day, we should have been on Mama's Trike just for the upright purpose. But anyhow, that is kind of why we're coming here today. We want to discuss bad situations. Whether you be out trying to ride with some friends or just riding a ride, and the dreaded four-letter word comes in and starts messing up your day, or the even more dreaded breakdown happens and you're stuck on the side of the road. I actually was complimented by Mrs. McStache yesterday that I did a wonderful job with maintaining my cool.
Yes, you did.
Not getting overexcited about the situation at hand. Part of that was because I could actually do something. It didn't get us anywhere. It didn't produce any positive results, but I was actually able to do something so I could stray from my normal jump up, down, scream, and yell and blame it on the wife. But we got to discussing it, and, you know, I've talked about this before. We have had some of the most fun of any of the times we've been on the bike in the rain. Not because we enjoy riding in the rain.
No.
Just more because what are you going to do? I mean, because we do a lot of trips. We plan to go and we go. Now, we don't always, you know, I'm going to stop at this night and this night. I mean, we have done that. But the ones we like better are when we say, okay, we're going to point C. Point A and B, we decide along the way.
Yeah.
We use hotels tonight, find the best rate with a manageable motel. Is that how to say it? I guess?
Yes. Yes.
And then we call the hotel and say, hey, we're on deals.com or hotels tonight, and we can get this rate from them. Would you like to keep the business yourself and beat that price? Normally they do.
Yes, they do.
So there's your one travel tip. Where was I at? But in the rain. We were in the rain.
Yeah, you remembered.
But it just, you know, I mean, you can, a situation like that comes up, you can get upset and raise your own blood pressure. And if you're with somebody else,
And your wife's blood pressure.
raise their blood pressure. And it gets you no further along in the situation. Or you can look at, I don't know. We didn't look at any. Did we have any positives yesterday? You wanna recap the story that? Yeah,
Well, let's see.
fire or ambulance.
Uh, let's see. We started off. It was pretty and sunshiny. We got less than a quarter of a mile down the road and realized something didn't feel right and stopped to check. And as soon as we stopped to check, found out their tire was low.
Somebody didn't do their pre-trip checks correctly. I'm just saying. So we found the tire.
Anyway, we found the tire, and as soon as we started checking the tire, it downpoured.
Miles.
Literally downpoured. We couldn't even get the rain gear out fast enough to get it on. We were already soaked. So luckily, we were not far from home. We turned around, we went back, addressed the low tire issue. While we were addressing the low tire issue, it continued to pour. Rain stopped about a half an hour later. We began journey, as I said, take 2, and get on the road. We get down the road, and it sprinkles a little bit on us, but then the sun comes out, and it's so pretty. And driving down the road, and I looked down and noticed that both bags were open. Both bags were open. Now, they were both closed when we left. Whether you're a believer or not, I am. Truly believe God opened them bags. Anyway, I reached down to shut the bag. I could shut the one on the right, but I couldn't shut the one on the left. So I told Mr. McStache, I think this flag back here is making noise and I can't shut this bag. We need to get off at the next exit so you can shut this bag. So, of course, we had just passed an exit with all kinds of restaurants and hotels and all that good fun stuff. Get off at the next exit, and we are in the middle of nowhere. There is nothing as far as the eye can see. Grass, cornfields, and soybean fields. And Mr. McStache goes to shift down, and we have no shifter.
Surprise.
Tell him what happened. I don't know. I don't remember what you said was wrong with the shifter.
I have the heel toe shifter. It sits on a shaft that goes through, and then that attaches to that linkage that everybody likes to change and personalize and all that stuff.
So, Mr. McStache gets out his tools, attempts to
Reconnect the linkage to the shaft.
so that we can move on, and discovers it is stripped. So our going forward journey is not going forward any longer. So
No.
Mrs. McStache gets out the phone and calls AAA, which I highly suggest if you do not have AAA, you get AAA.
Travel tip number 2.
You do have to pay extra for motorcycle. It's like $50 a year. Well worth it. Anyway, I call AAA, and while we're waiting on AAA, it starts raining. Nowhere to go. It's all right. We stand in the rain. We laugh. Can't do anything about it. Tow truck pulls up. Terry's Towing out of Mansfield, Ohio.
Yep.
Do not ever call them,
No.
FYI. They're supposed to be, according to AAA and how they registered with AAA, a motorcycle licensed towing tow truck. FYI, they had no clue how to tow this motorcycle. They had no clue where to strap it down. They had no clue, period, what they were doing. So they put it on there. They finally get it strapped down, in quotes, and come up to me and ask me to sign a waiver saying that if anything happens to my motorcycle in transit, they're not responsible. And I looked him dead in the face and said, I don't think so. You put it on the tow truck. You strapped it down. I pay for AAA just for that purpose, so that I'm not responsible if anything happens to my bike. I called AAA back. AAA says, we are responsible. We will take care of it. You can sign the waiver. AAA will handle it. I go to these people and say, all right, I can sign your waiver. AAA says they'll handle it. He says, well, our owner isn't real happy with AAA right now, so we got to wait and talk to our owner and see what he says. So we begin to wait. And what happens while we're waiting? It pours again.
Again.
So we wait 30 minutes for these people to talk to their owner. They come back and said, our owner doesn't want to tow it. They take it back off their tow truck. Now we call AAA back again and say, okay, we need a tow truck, and this time send us someone certified to tow a motorcycle. So we wait. Tow truck pulls up, but the tow truck pulling up has a car already on it. I'm thinking, oh boy, here we go. But this gentleman pulls up and says, they're going to send me some parts from his shop. That was Frederickstown, is that right?
Yep.
Frederickstown Towing. Awesome. Great job. If you ever need towing in that area, give them a call.
From Delaware up to Mansfield, Frederickstown.
Yeah. Came all the way up to Mansfield. They took the car off the flatbed. They loaded our motorcycle onto the flatbed incorrectly, might I add you. Had another person from their shop come all the way up from Frederickstown, bring them parts to be able to tow the car behind the tow truck. Now, granted, he had to take that car to Lodi.
Another 30 minutes north of where we were
Yeah,
at.
another 30 minutes north when we wanted to go south. But they allowed us to ride in the tow truck. We did not have to find transportation home, which the other people told us we would have to do. And so we rode from Mansfield to Lodi, and from Lodi all the way back to our home.
111 miles.
Yes. And had a good night's rest, and we got up, and here we are today.
So, yes, we've had some fun. We managed to put our big girl panties on and say, you know what, we're not going to allow this to defeat us. We're not going to make this a terrible trip. You can't do nothing but what you can do.
Oh, and we had Slim Jims for dinner.
Yeah. Yes, and I think they were old because, I think what it was is somebody took old White Castles, processed them into a sheep intestine from a 100-year-old sheep, and then sold them as Slim Jims. Because if you can imagine what would happen to your intestine with all those conditions stuck together, yeah, that's what happened after we had Slim Jim dinner. So.
But then we topped off our Slim Jim dinner with Mr. McStache cookies.
They're good. I'll put you a picture up here of them. That we bought to hand out at the trip we were headed to that we didn't make it to.
Correct.
Anyhow, I think we missed a turn somewhere.
In 2.0 miles, we're turning into the parking lot.
Oh, okay. Maybe I did. All right, folks. But moral of the story, long story long, I've said this before, we're on YouTube, so we can do that. Don't let it beat you up. Uh, and it's easy to say, not easy to do. And we've been in that situation. We understand both sides of it. And let me tell you what, guys, it, it is what it is. You're still not at home. You're still not at work. You know, you're still out supposed to be having fun. I mean, you're still out. So, you know, look at the bright
And a
side.
bad day on a bike is better than any great day at work.
Exactly. Look at the bright side of it. You are out. You are having fun. You have shirked off all of your adult responsibilities, and you're acting like a heathen. That's part of being a biker. So I guess that's what I got to say is, you know what? Even the bad stuff is good stuff. Try and face it that way.
In 1 mile, turn right.
Tribal troop tuba, which translates as travel trip number 3. Anyhow, folks, thanks for watching. This is Mr. McStache with my lovely, amazing, and what we found out this morning, look like Celine Dion, Mrs. McStache. Oh, love on your family.
Check
You
on
ne-
your buddies.
You never know how long they'll be around. Check on your buddies because God knows if they're your buddies, they need checked on. And when you get back at it, keep the rubber side down, folks. From Mama Strike, Mr. and Mrs. McStache,
See ya.
see ya.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
Hey, hey, folks, Mr. McStache, looky here. Yeah, I was just telling everybody got to laugh in the rough times. Yeah, look at that. We're having fun now, yeah. So, this is Mr. McStache in Zanesville somewhere. Remember, folks, laugh in the rough times.